SafePassage is a local nonprofit based here in Colorado Springs. We've been in the community for 26 years, and we serve specifically El Paso and Teller counties, but we also take referrals from outside counties as well as needed. We serve 1,000 children and non-offending caregivers every year. A large majority of the children that we serve have suffered from sexual abuse, and our staff is specifically trained to handle those most sensitive cases. We do also work with children that have experienced domestic violence, homicide, as well as other types of abuse. Our county of El Paso County has the highest number of reported child abuse cases in the state, and this number just continues to rise each year. With the recent stay-at-home orders, children being at home and having to learn from home, families being together all of the time, we are all feeling a collective stress and trauma all together. Imagine that for a child also that is experiencing abuse in the home. We have been very concerned at SafePassage about what this is going to look like for us in the future. We are certainly seeing an intensity in the cases of child abuse that we are working with, and we anticipate that our numbers are going to greatly increase in the children that we're serving. This is also similar to what the Children's Hospital of Colorado is seeing in their emergency rooms. They have had a 65% increase in non-accidental traumas coming through their emergency department related to children. So I just want you to take a moment and imagine your child or a child that you know closely coming to you and sharing that they had been sexually abused. This is our worst nightmare as parents, and we're often flooded with a lot of emotion. We don't know where to turn and what to do with the information, but we just want to know that our children are going to be taken care of. And this is where SafePassage comes in. Your child would come to SafePassage. They would be greeted in a warm environment. They would be given a stuffed animal. They would be given a snack, and they would give an opportunity to play in our playroom. When it came time for their interview, they would meet with our forensic interviewer, and they would tell their story to this interviewer one time. This interview would be video recorded, so it could be used in the court process at some time if needed. Your child would also have access to receiving a medical exam from our trained forensic nurse or doctor. You also would be able to meet with one of our advocates and receive support and resources for your child and your family. There are many partner agencies involved in these most sensitive cases. Some of those agencies are law enforcement, Department of Human Services, Sheriff's Office, medical team, and a legal team as well. SafePassage takes the lead on coordinating the responses of all of these agencies, and they can come to SafePassage as well to be able to help provide a holistic service to the children. Without SafePassage, children are brought to emergency rooms, police departments, and are having to tell their story in those settings, and they're having to tell it to multiple people a lot of different times. Having to do this increases the trauma for children, and it makes the prosecution of these cases very difficult. When a child takes this brave step to come forward and to share their abuse, they deserve a solid, holistic, coordinated response. At SafePassage, we often say that we are the first step in the healing process for children. And as a community, we need to come together to mitigate trauma for children in any and every way that we can. So please consider giving to these vulnerable children in our community today.